Continue. What do you see now? Now you see it's correspond to what we have seen in the drawing. There are two flow of rulers, and this second flow it's necessary to direct better the pin that we are going to insert here. Now it's without bushing. Let me to show you somehow. No, too much visible, too much dark. Maybe, but I hope you see it's inserted in couple of holes, and when it's inserted in couple of holes, it's more reliable in direction, in locating, than if we insert it into one line of holes. Even with real one, they are extremely accurate. No, of course, our ones in laboratory class, they are already not so brilliant, no? Because they used by students. But you see that it has some deviations with respect to the hole. And even these high accurate pins, they supposed to be located passed through couple of such rulers in order to have more reliable locating during the measuring. So what it looks like, do pay attention. We have orthogonal coordinate system. No, really trying to show you that it's orthogonal. And this orthogonal system is additionally stuffed with template. Template is necessary to have base, some plane or line for measuring. And next, with respect to this line, we are going to count where must be. Really, it's easy to count because you see here we have, we may count holes, and by counting the holes, we may find position of, don't know how to show you better, we may find position in order you may understand that it's really a system of holes which coincide with bases. I hope now it's visible for you, obvious, да? Approximately like this. And this system of holes help us just to count holes, and because of counting the holes, we may understand what is the distance necessary in our case for locating the bushing. After we have seen some pieces of this process, let's try to recollect the process altogether. First, we have prepared the working place, of course. Next, after preparation of working place, what we did? Located first flow, first line of instrumental rulers with respect to the mountain scheme information, locating these rulers onto the table of that is called loft conductor, or you may call it coordinate table, up to you, but use quite the same name each time when you are working with technological process. Locate and clamp. You see I have clamped it with special pins. Next, locate template onto the system of rulers according to position given in mounting scheme, and clamp template with pins. What is next? Next, you see I place it here locators. Locators compared their position with respect to the template, information given by hairlines. Also, they must be clamped, what I have not done yet, and maybe I'm not going even to do this. We have clamps of such design, let it be. Also, it seems like a bar, and this bar may be clamped by thread pin and nut to the table immediately. No, I don't need it much because I'm not doing for the grade right now, in contrary to students who usually do it in class. So I'm not going to clamp it. But in order you understand, I show you that we have here system of clamps. And after it's compared, checked, these two locators are compared with respect to the template, they are checked in contour. After this, we start working with second flow, second plane of rulers because we need, for our measuring, we need double guiding base. What is next? Finally, we may place here the bushing in the hole. No, it's convenient to do everything with one hand. You can't even imagine, people. And bushing finding its position with respect to the hairline of axis. You see, with respect to the hole, base hole in template, bushing has correct position, and locator contour now will have correct position. You see, no, it's supposed to be clamped, of course. What else? You see the gap between bushing and hole in locator. What should we do? We should fill this clearance, this gap, with any easy hardening material. Usually we use special cement, NIATMC. Cement, mounting cement developed in Scientific Institute of Aviation Technologies. And after filling everything with cement, I mean you place 4 bushings here, fill gaps with cement. Usually we use as a tooling syringe. Don't forget, please, don't write just cement. Either you need to write teaspoon there as a tooling, or you need to mention at least syringe. And no, about teaspoon, of course, it was a joke. I hope you understand. Next, after waiting 15 minutes, you already may remove these locators immediately from instrumental table, from this coordinate table. Once again, remind you that in your laboratory work it's called loft conductor, but really loft conductor is not just coordinate table. It's coordinate table combined with drilling machine or even milling machine. In our laboratory class, we have just coordinate table, but we call it loft conductor. And what we did after we finished, what we did really, we produced locator of contour in which contour and axis of mounting holes are coordinated with respect to the contour, with respect to the plane, not contour, with respect to the plane, main plane, constructing plane of template. Template have represented for us the drawing, the ideal case of our manufactured item, let it be. And after all locators are ready, you may pass them to next stage of mounting the jig.